right. All right. There we are. Greetings to the chat. Hello, everybody. I know that everybody here is psyched up for the return of Dojo Rivals. We are currently waiting to hear word from one of our rivals. So, pending their arrival, it's Nordovic and I are gonna just chill here for a little bit. Hope that Mr. H4H5 shows up to terrorize us. Have you lost games previously to, you know what his openings are called now, right? You were doing some research. What are they called?
Yeah, they're called the Kadas and Goldsmith defense.
Kadas and Goldsmith defense. That's right.
Yeah. They sound pretty scary, right? I mean, come on. That sounds intimidating to me. See how it will hopefully goes.
Yeah. So are these openings that have terrorized you before? Have you lost to the Goldsmith?
He does have a winning record against me in the past. I want to check that out right now. Let's see.
Yeah. At the same time, as Chad is pointing out, Opfashach has prepared openings other than H4, H5 in the past for a match with Hagilde.
I wonder if he's just busy prepping something right now through my opening tree.
There are people who show up late to tournament games because they're busy preparing. They're just stuck in their hotel room preparing, miss the whole game.
Yeah, actually, I'm 0-2 against Opfashach. What's interesting is that I do have a slightly higher rating too. So, like on both counts, Rapid and Blitz, but I am 0-2 against him. I don't know specifically against H4 and H5 though. That's a good question. Let me look up I guess I'd have to look up my opening tree. Opening tree myself.
You know that's like one of the most common ways to prepare at a professional level is just to look at your own games and think to yourself, what would somebody prepare against me looking at my recent openings? Then you predict what they're going to try to prepare, and then you get ready for that.
Yeah. I know that I've been working really hard at the Caro recently because I've been seeing it so much. Apparently, like, the Caro is just, like, taking over these days. Like, at the Mechanics Institute, like, every other black game or every other white game I have, I'm playing against the Caro. It's pretty surprising. And honestly, I haven't been super satisfied with my results there. And then I guess I could tell him all my weaknesses. I don't
know. He could also just be watching the stream to see you get nervous, start sweating all your secrets. I think I need a ChessDojoLive remastered version of Jesse Kraai singing "Let It Go."
So I'm seeing him actually 2-0 against H5. So that's good.
Oh, all right. He might have to prepare something else for today.
But if I go to my H4,
Okay. There's a game I lost on time yesterday. Well, there's like 50. But there's one where I want to check what was going on. So while we're waiting, I'm going to do that. So, let's see. We got D5 here. I took with the bishop, which made sense. Opponent took on d4. Took on f7. Queen comes up. King here. Check. Knight here. Castle. Bishop e7.
I'm gonna leave audio and try to call on Discord. I'm gonna try to call for shock to see if that ping helps.
Okay, sure. Give it a try. Bring out this. Oh no. Rook here. Knight d5. h6. Takes. Feel very good about the position here. Queen e4. Doesn't look good. I took. Here I lost my mind and took on h6. But now as I'm looking at it, rook f1's really obvious. What I wasn't sure of during the game was how to work around this and get past this bishop, but now I'm seeing I could have just played g4 immediately. Easy life for me. So black needs a better defense earlier. And that would be queen here, huh? And then on queen check, queen g6 would defend everything. So what if I throw in this move first? King has to come here and then play knight c3. Now there's no queen e8 defense. But there might be rook g8, queen here, rook g6. I can grab this. Let's try that.
No luck.
No answer.
No answer.
So on rook g6, I could repeat. Do I want to repeat? I want to play rook d1, not repeat. The knight can't do anything right now, Zondebuck. Can't take us on h5 or on h7. Me too, Zondebuck, me too. Oh. Da, 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 da.
How much longer did you want to wait?
I didn't want to wait at all. No, I do not like waiting or making other people wait. But I mean we're at like half an hour late. I think he's not coming.
Oh yeah, that is about half an hour late. I didn't even realize it had been that long. Wow, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait on the return of Dojo Rivals, I think. Unfortunate.
They want to see Seth versus me.
Oh no, these two work together. We can't do that.
Can't antagonize our relationship any further. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's dangerous.
We already played like I don't know how many games yesterday. Seth and I played a really fun Sveshnikov actually during the arena on Friday. It was really good.
Nice.
Seth sacked a piece, and it wasn't good enough. So,
where can I find the game?
Just in my history, it's like the last time I played Seth, like probably 10 games down the list.
All right, let's do it.
The fun one. We're analysis rivals, exactly. That's the rivalry set that I have. Is all analysis.
That's great. Analysis rivals, awesome.
Yeah. Who's got the better feel for the like who's better in different positions? We'll go back and forth for days.
Is it a game with a king on f6? No.
It's the last one we played.
It's the very last one you played.
Although, wait, those ratings are very low, so that doesn't make sense.
It's got weird knights on it. It's not normal chess, this game
Well,
here.
that's weird. Let me find the link. I don't know why. Oh, because we were playing a bunch of Bug House. That's why.
Okay, so I have to skip the
From
bug house.
Yeah.
And now here you're playing Baron, Chess Lebanese Sala. Whoa. Play some strong players there.
That was part of the arena.
Yeah.
But I found it. I'll just link you. That's the one.
Thank you. Let's have a look. Ooh la la, fancy moves here.
Yeah, I've been playing this line a lot just because of this chessable course I picked up to finally know something about the Sicilian.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah.
And I've been practicing this a lot with my local blitz clubs. So.
Wow. So you were really ready for this.
I've just played this line a lot. There's another guy who plays into this a lot. So we've been back and forth doing this a bunch.
Well, for all that theory that you know, Black has at least a draw in just a couple moves here.
Yeah, we did figure out that this was a draw. Yeah, that the perpetual exists now. It's like, man, it seemed nice, but that queen just gets a perpetual. It's like, shoot.
And now you're able to fight off the attack from here, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somehow for all these fancy theoretical moves, Black still has enough counterplay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Seth knows this very well as well, so we both movable force versus
Looks like a position where some Super GM games might have ended in the past.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to the theoretical draw. We just knew it so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seth didn't want it, so he didn't go down that line.
Yeah.
He was like, no thanks. Yeah, Black was slightly better. It was like just a touch.
Black is better right here after the sacrifice?
I think or
Okay.
even before the without I don't think he has to sacrifice.
Oh, before the sacrifice.
Right. I think with the sacrifice, it's more draw. It's just a draw.
I was going to try and find the move after the sacrifice that would have been better. I was wondering maybe like
the moves were stuff like, yeah, I think to maintain like the advantage was something like Queen H4 and Queen H7 when the bishop was still on E5.
oh, just keep pushing this for more space, keep this bishop away.
Well, so with the bishop still on the board, like this is too late.
So like here, and then just keep the queen around.
After G3, just play like Queen H7.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, this isn't right. Because Queen H7 just hangs. Oh yeah, I think maybe you do sack the bishop. Seth, do you remember? I think the sack was all right. Why is it the H? We were looking at Queen H4 and Queen H7 in some line, but now I'm lost as to where that line was. Yeah. But yeah, I felt like I had everything I wanted until it was like, oh, he just gets a perpetual out of it, which was really surprising. Like, it just felt like it was like out of nowhere. Like, I have all this stuff, that can come to the rescue of my king, and yet, like, the queen can just be like, but I have perpetual instead.
Yeah. I thought I thought Nordovic, and I don't know any opening theory, and I've never reviewed this and all that, but I thought that in this line, part of the point was to play knight a3 to c4. If somebody played a6.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's.
It is. It is.
It is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why, with all your theory, the position didn't quite work out then, I guess, right? Because you get to this point, but your rook can't get across because you got this knight which can't move at the moment, right? So it's almost slick, the rook on a3. Almost super slick, right? We just need that knight on c3 to move up to c4. And things would be super slick for white.
Yep.
You'd have the whole kingside covered. It would prevent attacks from a distance.
Yep.
But, yeah.
It was also like, yeah, later in the game, the quality goes down just because of the time control. That just is what it is. But, I mean, even here, I'm already not making the precise moves.
All right. Well, we got to choose what to do for the next hour and a half till Kostya and Jesse come back for our next episode of Dojo Talks. So let's see. I mean, our choices are: we could try and find somebody in chat for you to play a match with, or since since that wasn't the plan, you haven't prepared for it, I could just do the post-mortem right now, or
I'll play a match with somebody in chat.
You play a match with somebody in chat.
Everybody's around a 1500 rapid, 1200 blitz, something like that, and is game to play. Yeah, we can play a few games.
All right. Charlie, you wanna play with Nordovic? Seth, you want to comment with me?
All right, let's go. I guess it's Charlie and I.
All right, let me send some invites to our Zoom link, or some links to our Zoom thingy.
I don't think Charlie and I have been on the same chat in a minute.
Yeah.
You're in a hotel Legoland Dubai hotel room? Wow. That's a mouthful. I guess he said he needs a few minutes.
Okay. Hotel Legoland.
Dubai. That's like...
Wow. I was just in a Legoland hotel in San Diego. It was wild. Expensive as well. I guess that the one in Dubai would probably be expensive too.
Did you like reconfigure your hotel room as you search it as you search it? Is that part of
Not
the
quite.
pricing?
Not
Let's
quite, but
move
that
the bathroom over here.
that would be such a good feature. Just the whole thing.
Oh man. Just like a whole bunch of different hats.
Let
Yeah.
me just find some lights in this room. Hold on. That's a
That
cat. Save the kingdom.
wow.
Got swords and everything. My son's 8-year-old birthday is tomorrow.
Nice.
There you go. I'm not dead.
Seth,
I didn't have.
Seth, you
I
want to
thought-
join us too?
I had for some reason thought you shaved your beard and cut your hair, but I couldn't figure out if it was a dream or if it was just real. Because I haven't seen a scrub show forever.
Yeah, that was back. People keep on talking about it, but it was literally 5 months ago, which is hilarious to me. I got a haircut 5 months ago.
Link,
Like,
we can't
oh,
talk
you
about
got a haircut.
Alright, all I gotta insist, Drew, is if we're doing this, we should do it old school and be on each other's mic the whole time. No
you want-
peace, quiet. It's gotta be like a barroom scene where we're able to talk and get each other's heads, so therefore I lose.
Oh, okay, so this is unrated then.
Does it matter? It's an online account. Like,
Well, no, because it's gonna be commented, right? So like,
Yeah.
there's people talking like
it's be
Dave.
casual. It's fine. Whatever you want to that makes you at peace.
Let's do it unrated just because of that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn not to care about online
So-
ratings. that whole
So
thing.
we had a plan, but the timing is a little bit less now that we don't have the full half hour. So I don't know what you want to cut out. Maybe all the tie breaks, and then that way we'll
Whatever
just-
you want, boss.
Let's do two. Whatever the time controls we had preset, David. We'll just play a few of those, and then just see where it goes as far as
The bonkers one? All these bonkers. Pulls that in.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a format here in a second.
Okay.
I'm thinking 6-game match of 10 minutes plus 5 seconds.
10 minutes, 10 plus 5? All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in the bed so I'm not so close to my kids when they're trying to go to sleep. Look at this, the throne.
So I've unrated, played as random. Did you want me to send the challenge immediately, David, or were still setting it up?
I'm trying to get Seth in here so I can get the cameras right. I can't get the cameras right until I've got
All four
all
of
of
us.
us
Yeah.
all of us in here.
We get some. This will be super. This is super nostalgic if we get Seth in here.
I'm trying to channel my chi, so give me a moment, please.
Summer 2020.
It's summer 2020. We barely knew how the pieces move, and we're still learning that. To be honest, I've seen both of our games.
Oh, queens can move backwards diagonally and take pieces? What? I think the last game we played was a super gnarly Yanish game.
I don't want to talk about it, please. I remember it. I was still trying to do this thing called the Catalan, and I was totally destroying, but I can't say I was winning because then Eric will yell at me later. But I was in a position, and I made a blunder and lost.
Catalan is D4. I'm talking about your E4. When I played F5 against your Roy Lopez.
That was before then. I haven't played Lopez in, as you would say, in a few minutes.
Okay.
But it was like maybe 10 months ago.
All right. So we played since then. Okay.
Maybe.
That was just the last game I remember. Was this Roy Lopez game we played where I played?
Yeah, no, the last game you remember, I remember it vividly because I was doing the Catalan. It was actually the game that broke the camel's back and made me stop playing the Catalan. Because I was
Yeah, the game I remember is not a Catalan.
Yeah, I remember this. Trust me, it wasn't a dream. Because I lost. If it was a dream, I would have won.
Charlie only wins in his dreams. The smack talk begins.
Hello.
Seth, how do you focus with Drew's laugh? I would have trouble.
Oh, it's hard, yeah.
Oh, shh. Sugar honey iced tea. This is gonna be fun.
Oh man. Oh man. I don't think we've been on a Zoom call together in like over a year, right? Like maybe like I don't know. It's been a while. No, maybe we had you on Scrubs over the summer. Did we have you on Scrubs over the summer?
I don't think Charlie's ever been on
so.
Scrubs.
Oh,
No, usually.
sorry. Charlie and Drew, can you each do one quick thing for me? Can you turn off your video camera for a second and then turn it back on? I'm going to see if I can line these up in a way that'll make things easier for me. Okay. So now, yeah, you can turn it back on. And now I'm going to try and put Seth and myself on one row.
I look so much younger in my Google profile pic.
Yeah, there we can go. We can get Seth and me
I'm
in
feeling
on
sad. I
one
wish
window.
Scotty was here now. Scotty, I miss you.
So people can watch me eat cereal with a bloody nose here.
Yeah.
What?
That's,
You do have something.
that's like, well,
I didn't even notice.
at the time David said, come on, it started bleeding. So, I was like, all right, give me a sec.
Well, I guess you should cut your nails before you pick your nose or something.
That must be my problem.
That's the only joke I have. I know it's bad, but
Yeah.
what else am I supposed to say?
Yeah. That's just a thing I have, and living in a dry climate exacerbates it or something.
Talk about dry. Yeah, you both are in dry climates.
It's time to move out of the Middle East for me. I have never gotten gout in my life, and then I got it 2 years ago, and I got it now. Like literally, like yesterday. No, today. I went to the doctors to get medicine and stuff.
Oh man.
Wow, one of these is already called Seth Zoom. That's
What's called
amazing.
Seth?
One of the components here on
Oh, it's probably from Scrubs, right? Yesterday,
Why would it have my name on it?
because you were on Scrubs yesterday.
Where's my? Oh, here.
So were you.
I know. Well, he said one of the components had your name, so there might have also been a component that had my name.
but this is from a Dojo Rivals
I was.
historical rival match.
Yeah, wait, Seth, who was your rival? Was it Charlie?
Me.
Charlie.
How do you not know this?
It's like, yeah, well, because it's been a year and a half.
Episode 1.
Yeah,
Episode 1.
Yeah.
It's it's a reunion of sorts.
And then we were just talking about Chess Latte and Full Count one. And then Dripman and
Chess numbers.
Chess Numbers. Okay, great.
I'm laughing at Eric because he put a logo in one of the emotes in his community in the chat, and it has the champ logo. Inside jokes and stories. Latte versus Falk. Yeah, Latte played Falk, and he had that cute little opening movie thing with the puppets.
Oh, right. Oh, my God, the puppets. I remember the puppets. Oh.
I don't remember who won it.
I want to say Folk won.
I'm pretty sure Latte would destroy Falk though if he won. Like I don't know, Falk. Latte's such a young kid. He used to let me win in practice games and be like, "Oh, good job, Charlie." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he could destroy me."
I used to just be better than Latte back in 2020. I was. I was. He was like 30. He was like 1,200 in like mid 2020 or whatever. 12, 13. Like
I don't think I've ever been
1300.
better than Latte ever. Probably never will be.
I was consistently beating him in the very first like 2 or 3 games we played, and then
All right,
all changed.
Nordovic, do you want to challenge Legolas Mirkwood to the first game, 10 plus 5?
Yeah, Legolas Mirkwood 18.
Great.
And guys, depending on Kostya and Jesse, we might. Should I speed it up a little bit or make it 4 games? Because.
You can do whatever you want.
The challenge has been set.
All right.
I already got. I'm gonna minimize the Twitch chat.
Yeah. So Seth and I are gonna comment as you're playing, and you guys are gonna trash talk as you play. That was just 4 mics as we go.
And it is unrated, so if something gets accidentally said or whatever, it's not. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how does that work?
But you can You can just like.
Actually, how did we do
talk
it
about
last
how
time?
bad we played.
Well,
You know.
Because Seth, you and I trash talked each other, but we didn't hear what.
Oh, if you guys
David,
want to do it like that, I mean the way for no, I'm not sure how to do it
It
with
was
4
headphones,
people.
but we had the headphones off.
oh, because David muted himself.
I
up
just
too
muted myself, but
and talked
but
to
that's
the
with
audience.
one. Yeah, that's with one commentator. But here we've
Oh.
got 2.
Charlie, do you see my challenge?
Yeah, I know. We're still talking, figuring this out. So,
I just want to make
what do you
sure.
want us to do? Do you want us to what? I don't think I have headphones.
It's up to you if you wanna hear
Why
the
don't you
chat or
guys
not.
just leave, and then you can sign language your trash talk to each other.
That could be dangerous.
I'm not gonna flip off a guy.
I don't know that many like sign language signs, so I think that what I would be left with as far as trash talk might be slightly.
Sorry, my mistake. I thought you were both.
All right, Drew. Since this is your Dojo Rival show, what do you want to do? Do you want us to leave audio and stuff here, or do you want them?
I think we can do this like a blitz match or whatever, like people just standing around having fun, and it's unrated, so it's like whatever, right? So I think we don't need to leave
Alright.
on.
So it appears that you want to go on. I accepted it.
Great, let's go.
It looks like it's 10-minute rapid.
10-5.
Okay,
All right.
there's an increment.
Folks, it's time to put in your guesses for who's going to win this match, ChessDojoLive or Nordovic. Has the game started? Should I be able to see it?
It started. He's already.
There it is.
Yes, some weirdness already.
All right.
No, I don't know.
All right, Seth, we're going to give people 20 seconds to vote, and then you and I are going to tell them who's actually going to win this match.
So I'm gonna.
Okay, fair enough. Based on these first 8 moves.
Yeah. We'll
Well, I'm
just
trying
hold
to
off
slow
for a
myself
moment.
down before I need to, just so I'm not rushing for no reason.
I'm not rushing for no reason.
Yeah, I know,
Ooh.
but sometimes you get yourself. You can set the tempo early, and then when you should be thinking, you're moving fast.
Are you gonna tell me how to play? All right.
It's the dojo. We all pretend we know how to play and tell everybody how to play.
All right, the poll is even. That means chat can't really figure out who's going to win this match.
Well, they can't do it based on how we talk, 'cause that's just like one stupid sounding guy versus another stupid sounding guy.
Nice. Selfish to go along with.
This guy really can smack talk himself.
Yeah. You can just take the hands off the wheel, Nordovic, and let him take himself down.
Roll himself down. Man.
He'll do both. He'll get both sides even.
Making my life easy.
Then he can
I don't
play.
like my
Then he
life
can play
easy.
G5 and open up his own king for you, while he calls himself an idiot. What am I doing?
I already don't like my life right now, so.
All right.
And you're playing the Nidorf.
It's not. It only looks like the
cool.
Nidorf, but to know the Nidorf, you actually have to know the concepts behind it. See, I can make fun of myself instead of Drew. I feel better about it.
No, well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think you were supposed to play, if it was like a Najdorf, I think you're supposed to play e5, but it's fine.
I do
I
like
don't
for
know any.
pawns.
All right, so we've got first blood. There's a pawn going down. Seth, you wanna call the match for the audience so they could go get a drink?
I missed a whole bunch of moves.
Okay.
I'm still on move 7. Hold on, I gotta see what happened.
I see.
Okay.
But you probably
So it
know
looks
who's
like
going to win the match without
Charlie
seeing the
plundered a
moves, right?
pawn.
Pawns aren't people.
Yeah.
You've played these guys a million times. You know who's gonna.
It's true.
Yeah, but that was like light years ago.
Yeah. That said, it's. I haven't played Charlie in a while. It's true.
Mhm.
I don't want to.
So, there's a blitz component of this, right? I think Charlie might be better at the blitz.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I think we're
I like
probably
Drew in
just
this
gonna
game.
play 4 10-minute games. That's my guess.
No, 4 10-minute games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always want to get pieces off the table.
Actually, I didn't even like that capture.
But it's kind of a mysterious format because if Jesse and Kostya show up late or something like that, we'll just let them keep playing, till somebody's bloodied.
Slow down.
Gotcha. Okay. Man, my thing is both guys play way too fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't know me.
No one plays as slowly
Charlie-
as Seth, so nobody plays slow enough.
His like opinion
But
on
Charlie,
that
Charlie
heavily
is
biased.
Charlie thought for 3 minutes on how best to hang his pawn, so that's
Let
good.
me point this out. Seth yesterday lost.
I was contemplating
the game
what
on
to
the
do if I had
clock
time to
in
do other
10
things.
second increment.
I did, but I blame the new my built-in excuse is I blame the new chess.com interface, because ever since they've left live chess, I seem to flag way more because like for some reason the clock is just not as in my field of vision as it used to be. I just haven't
Field of vision,
adjusted yet. It's been a while. It's been long enough that I should have, but
Oh, that's a good move, I think.
looks strong. Looks very strong.
Yeah, because it's defending the knight. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know who's in form these days. Drew's playing his Tuesday Night Madness and every week, so I'll
The
say
opening you showed
I'll,
Pruess?
I'll say Drew. I'll say Drew's is the favorite here. Not just because of this game, how this game is going.
Is he off to a good start here with an extra pawn? G5. That's a powerful looking move.
I will
Yeah.
say I did pretty well in the last few Blitz arenas I played, both for the Dojo and for Velcro on Friday. I think I got like 4th place in a field that had mostly people over like 1,500. So I was like somehow crept up. I think I got a lot of low pairings, fortunately. Like, you know how the arenas can be random like that?
Mm-hmm.
Where you get like a bunch of like sub 1,000, so then you quickly beat them. And then you jump up the score, even though it's not like, even though the arena can be stacked with a whole bunch of upper players, like you can just get that luck of the draw sometimes. I think that's what happened, but I'm still 4th place.
Why am I in freeze mode?
Probably because he's attacking your knight with the pawn and you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
No, because I also want to use. I don't want. I'm more worried about the D file than this knight.
Oh.
I think it sounds valid.
Lots of things to worry about here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but Nordovic's not worrying yet.
Well, I worried about what?
He's got almost 10 minutes on the clock. He's just chilling.
Yeah, no, not this is.
Yeah, I'm like trying to find some tricks here. If I'm black,
There's nothing I can do.
that wasn't one of them. No.
No, I was thinking of putting the rook behind the d file and then recapturing and then exposing, but
Well, it's a something, yeah.
All right.
All right, let's see.
Now we'll
Charlie's
find out
got
if
a plan.
Nordovic can think because he's using some time. So this is normally when you'd be commenting, you'd be like, I can see White is thinking here because their time's ticking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. He
Munch.
captured. Interesting.
Nobody saw that coming.
Oh. And he trades queens down a piece, huh?
All part
what
of the
choices did I have?
move the queen.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I guess he was gonna drop the bishop if he didn't trade.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Was there no way to save it?
How would you keep on protecting the bishop if you move your queen off of the row? There's no diagonal to cover it.
Yeah.
Is there not?
Can back up and show the
Well,
situation.
If you see a magical
little
diagonal,
replay.
I don't. Let me know. But other than that,
First of all, this queen has basically one safe square to go to on the entire board, right? I mean, she could go to b8, c8. That's about it. And those squares do not cover the bishop.
B8 and C. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I had a different position in my head for
That was
some
why I
reason.
thought g5 was a good move, is because not because it was going after that knight, but because it gave him opportunity to gain control of the d file.
Yeah, it's just one apiece as far as I could tell.
Yep. Whether it's on the D file or in the tundra, winning a piece is good. Doop, boop, 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 boop.
I like the clock situation for Drew. But
Played chess instead of just.
I've seen Drew hang a piece before, so it's never
I've
over.
done it. I've hung pieces.
But if you keep trading them, there's not going to be a ton of pieces left for him to hang.
He's
Yeah.
doing the whole noob combo. Like when you're up, you trade all your pieces off
Yeah.
instead of like keeping them.
Yeah,
less things to hang this
I don't
way.
think that's a noob thing. I think that's a pretty universal thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
It is.
I'm a bit of a noob.
I only like to do it for a real game.
basic chess strategy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say trading stuff when you're ahead a piece that counts as just an overall basic, universally approved strategy.
Well, it's a warm-up game for Charlie. Get his feet wet and
How many pieces am I down? Holy shit.
get a. Like for me, I haven't even had my coffee yet, so
It's a bishop, queen.
I can sympathize.
Up a
But he's
pawn.
in like
No,
a
pawn and a knight.
different part of the world though, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
what his excuse is.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly expecting this.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back.
Yeah. For Charlie, it's like nighttime.
8 p.m. Kids are trying to go to sleep.
I can see a little bit of the Lego shield above you.
Oh, that's not good either. I guess this D file is driving me nuts.
When you asked earlier, I'm only up one piece and a pawn.
If I do that way, no, he could push. Don't want to do that. I mean, oh, okay, I'll do this.
All right. Moves the bishop.
I know, loose bishop.
So, no, I didn't say it was loose. I just said you moved it.
Checks or moves.
Well, it's just trying to get it in the game.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, this isn't a more eventful game.
Hey, Girthy. The puzzles that we were doing the previous night were borderline too difficult, Girthy. They were really, really hard puzzles. Don't worry about not getting them right. But the answer to how to improve is to keep going. Keep going. Find more puzzles, do more puzzles. You had very, very good ideas in those puzzles. You're not far away. They were just devilish puzzles. All right, Nordovic passes a pawn. Charlie's gotten his bishop into e3 from where it's defended and pretty strong.
You forgot the part that I'm losing.
Well, I didn't forget that part. I know you're down a piece.
Okay.
I know.
Hmm.
Nordovic pushes another pawn.
Taking over the default. It's going for the kill. I like his technique here.
Oh, I know what he's trying to do. Oh, he's got so much.
Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what Charlie can do to stop it.
Nothing really. I'll just use my time.
You could do my favorite thing is to play giveaway and then hope for a stalemate. That's always an option.
There's a lot to give away before this.
I know you better. Well, he's off to a start here with the give away your pawn. Yeah, try to give away or blockade your own pawns. That's the first step, and then
The piece that's hard to give away is the bishop, right? Like,
yeah. Well, the best is if you can. The best way to stalemate someone is if you give a check where they have to take your piece and then it's stalemate.
yeah.
That's always the best form of stalemate.
And the bishop's
So
not very
you're
good at forcing that. The rooks
Yeah.
are great at chasing a king around and sort of...
Right.
Can't do this. There's no way I can win this at all. I'll just resign.
All right. We've got Drew on the board.
On the board. Well,
That hurts. I don't even think you thought about your moves. You
We
just
s-
played.
we just keep analyzing, right? We don't, or we keep going. We don't analyze.
By the way, it was 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 inaccuracies according to chess.com. So
Yeah.
Okay, because they make accurate sense. They say we're 2500s for memes and promotional material.
Well,
But
this
I can confirm that Nordovic
played
made
a
no
clean
mistakes
game.
in the first game. I can confirm that. I was
trust
watching.
you. I just don't trust the.
Yeah.
An Italiano.
I'm losing on chess.
Yeah.
See, Lydian.
This is how you play on.
I lost to Baron actually.
Oh, Drew got absolutely massacred by an Evans Gambit yesterday, so this is a good choice by Charlie.
Actually, I thought it was a pretty fighting game.
I mean, Baron made a mess of it at the end, but he was absolutely clobbering you. The chat actually Rango was like, quick, send this one to David. For his book."
Miniature incoming.
It was not a miniature. It was longer than that, but
But he was expecting one.
It basically was.
All right. Whoa!
Hello.
yeah, this is the same problem I ran into last time. Let's see if I just do the same thing I did last time.
What's the idea behind his bishop e7 move that he played on move 5, Seth? He played bishop e7, retreating back here, allowing d4. And now he's in this situation where he's worried about bishop f7, and the normal Evans Gambit defense to bishop f7 is queen e7, but the bishop's stuffing in his queen. So what was the upside of bishop e7?
I don't know. I've never had this position once in my life, but I'm almost certain that you play bishop b6 in that situation. Was always.
So bring the bishop back. Oh, without even taking the first pawn? Or
No, take the pawn.
take the pawn.
Yeah, take
And
the
then
pawn.
go like bishop a5, bishop b6. Or bishop c5, bishop b6 as well.
Oh yeah, bishop. Bishop. Yeah. I think you stay on
Take
that
it.
side.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
But bishop e7 was, I don't know why he went there, except just a place to retreat the bishop. And did he just hang f7?
Things just got really hectic. He played knight a5.
Knight a5.
Yeah,
Oh,
sacking f7, but with the idea of then, you know, the queen that's defending f7 will have to move away, and then he'll be able to take the bishop with his king
but
next.
that's
right?
not gonna happen, I don't think.
Ah, he got it.
Oh, he did. Why did? Oh, I guess. But then, okay. But I guess queen d5 was available, was it not?
Yeah. Yeah, and it would have probably stayed hectic. I mean, well, maybe knight f6 would have just been a good move for Nordovic there. I was thinking c6 with complications, but actually knight f6 might not be that complicated. Just boot her.
Okay.
Just give her the boot.
Um.
Knight
Boy.
a5 potentially brilliant. We'll have to wait for the chess.com analysis to show us whether Nordovic had a brilliancy this game or a blunder this game, but it'll tell us after the game.
I don't necessarily believe in Black's play here, but it doesn't seem, I don't see them getting completely KO'd yet. So,
Right. Yeah, White's next move will be pretty important for whether or not Black gets KO'd.
No pressure, Charlie.
No, it was good, but then of course you drew things, and now I have to think on my own, and it's already out of my
Do
prep.
it.
I did it.
Well,
So now I have to think.
the good
But
news
that's what
is,
time's for.
the bad news is he makes you use your time. The good news is there's a win in there somewhere.
No, I know there is. That's why I gotta use my time. I play chess.
Yeah. That's exactly what I like my opponent to think. There's a win in there somewhere.
That is, he does. He baits you into trying to crush him. That's Drew's whole
Exactly.
chess
I like
strategy.
that's on my side here. There's a win in there somewhere. Playing right into my strategy too. I love it.
To be fair, Drew, it's like the entire.
You didn't even know you were gonna play me. What are you talking about? Right into your strategy.
It's a universal strategy, Charlie.
He has it ready at all times.
It doesn't have to be specific to this match.
All right.
All right.
I saw this move, but I didn't see the follow up. But
Well, who says I saw it? I just saw it.
okay, it's got potential.
Hits him with one of the checks, and that drives the king back before the rook can get on the other side of it. So if White
That's
had
good.
played sort of like a neutral move here, let's say castles, wouldn't be good, because Nordovic could go either rook f8 or e8, and after whichever one he played, this king would get to sort of castle by hand, and then Black's position will be fine.
I thought maybe this move would be the problem. Might be he could castle by hand here. Like he could go try king f8 and followed by like h6 and
In the actual game position.
yeah, instead of king e8, he could have tried king f8, but
Then kick the knight back, then play king
then you
f7
kick
again.
the knight. Yeah, but I think
Or-
the problem there might be e5 followed by queen d5.
Yeah, that's definitely a big question, and I think in this position here, before Charlie went for the check, like knight g5 and knight e5 were both interesting. People in chat were wondering about both these moves. They both look interesting, but my guess is that in this position, the move e5 would have been the strongest.
That's what I
my
was
guess.
thinking. e5 and then queen d5.
And then,
is-
yeah, you get the knight off of d5, and then go queen d5,
and then
and
the
that
knight comes in.
that feels pretty awkward
Yeah.
for Black to have White. Yeah, somehow that struck me as being probably the strongest. Now knight g5 and knight e5, we'll have to find out how good they are. Definitely still some work for Black to do to develop and cover that king on e8.
Yeah. Well, for the sake of the match, I'm pulling for Charlie here.
Yeah. All right, bishop b7 is the choice. Nordovic gets the bishop off the back rank, targets the e-pawn, but Yeah. Untangling the king is still sort of like a weird thing to do.
What's really tilting is like I feel like in a game like this I just feel amazing. I'm like I deprived my opponent of castling rights. Their king is in the middle. This should be a smash and grab of a win. And then when I lose, it's so tilting, you know?
Yeah. You don't want to lose from a position where you think you're killing someone.
Yeah.
No pressure, Charlie.
Oh, no, thinking about what you're doing.
Turn it up the heat. Nordovic, do you feel comfortable here? I'll just interview you whenever it's Charlie's turn. Do you feel comfortable here with your king on e8? Are you feeling like no problems?
Not comfortable, but I feel like I have things I can do.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I don't love it now. I don't love it now.
Because your demeanor is definitely sort of unworried and like you're just never mind.
It's fun.
It's Charlie's
sort of
turn.
how
I'll
he
ask
lives
him.
life, though, you know.
It's a fun position, you know. Like it's a fun. There's a lot going on that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
Charlie, while your opponent seems like he's having fun while his king's getting attacked, you feel like maybe you're feeling some pressure and some weight of finding the good moves.
I feel like I'm not good enough to ever think that a win's in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's healthy.
I'm inconsistent too much.
Yeah.
I think I see a good move.
Oh, knight g4 just got played.
Yeah.
So now there's a bunch of stuff hanging. Now it's pretty.
It's getting wild.
Yeah. Would you still prefer white's position, Seth, instinctively, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I see a move. I think I see a move here for white that's pretty strong, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, if we wanted to make an argument for black, or sort of just point out the best thing about black's position, is there anything that we could speak to? Like, obviously for white, we've said black's king is stuck in the center and sort of messing with organizing their rooks, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything good for black?
Black has more pawns than white.
Yeah, black still has an extra pawn technically. I mean, they've got these pawns that have been facing each other for 8 moves, so neither player seems to think that a pawn is worth a tempo in this position. And
I can't blame them in this one. Yeah. I think they might be right in this case. Now, yesterday, we were playing Hand and Brain, and Drew would just not capture a pawn for whatever reason. And I did not agree with him then. But here, I can see it.
He was just... Drew's always very free, right? He's like...
Yeah.
He's like, there's more important stuff. I'm not tethered to these small material concerns.
Whoa!
Holy moly, a knight just landed.
That's a good move, I think. I don't know. It's an interesting move.
That's a move.
That's a move.
Yeah. Is that fun? Is that also fun, Nordovic, when someone plays knight e6 in your face? No? Okay.
Oh, Charlie, that was a good one.
Oh man.
All right.
Queen
I'm more
c8
excited
play.
to
As Jesse might say, got him.
All right, the queen hides in her little town here. Now, I don't know how big a deal this is, folks, but
Yeah, that's true.
in chat somebody was saying as soon as b6 was played, knight e6 could be played. No, the queen was attacked by the pawn. Queen a4, bishop b7. So here, where e5 was played, knight e6 would have been available as an option for the first time.
So, but here's the thing about this is it's not over.
No, of course it's not.
No, the knight landed with impact, but until white collects some kind of tangible advantage on the board, it's just a mess.
Actually,
Gotta convert.
I'm not grabbing this.
Yeah.
Gotta convert your positional trumps.
Sometimes
think
the
I should-
computers will call positions like this, +5 or +10 or whatever, because they're seeing some combination that we don't see. But
Drew and I have had this argument.
But on the board, it's just equal pieces and a mess. And then afterwards, people will bemoan, right? Like, I was +10 and I didn't win. And I'm like, as a chess coach all my life, seeing those positions, I've just said, you had a complicated position. Like, there was some good move you didn't calculate, but never on the board were you actually plus 10.
Yep. Okay, yeah, now, like, the complications are just, like, out of control.
A good move.
Yeah, absolutely out of control. We've got the counterattack on the queen, blocking the diagonal. For those who want to upgrade the zippiness of their tactics, be aware that when white went for knight e6, black could have played bishop c6 instead of moving the queen. That's a candidate move. I'm not saying, who should or shouldn't have done it, but for those who are trying to sort of, what are the candidate moves? What should I be calculating? What should I be watching for? If you're going for a move like knight e6, you should take into account possible counterattacking moves against your queen, as well as just, and then they'll run away from me, right? That's how you can get tripped up on the attack, is you assume that they have to respond to each threat or that they're running away from you, and then there's some counter move.
Yeah. Well, I liked Charlie's patience with C takes D, but now I don't. I wish he hadn't played C.
But here's the thing: bishop takes C, bishop C6, queen takes C6, pawn takes, I guess, or knight. Then like white has the option. I don't like that bishop C6 interference just because of the it gives actually white more options, right?
I mean, it gives white more options, but the variation you cited involved the queen trade when black's up a pawn with their king in the center. So,
but those pawns suck, and there's those two passers in the middle, which are pretty scary. I don't know.
I mean, if you wouldn't be happy as black going to an endgame while your king's stuck in the center and you're up material, then you just don't like endgames.
Yeah. I think Charlie found one of the two moves I thought were good there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think this may have been the only really good move. I like this one. Knight check. Spiffy move.
Well, I don't want to say the other one. Thought of, but I also thought it was fine. But maybe you see something I don't.
I think you're seeing the board well here, Seth. And yeah, there's I agree with you not wanting to say specific moves that they could play on the board at hand, so
right. Yeah.
We'll only resort to that if the match gets, one-sided. We'll start helping one. Just put our hand on the scale, keep the match even.
Yeah. Ooh, the clock is. There we go. Yeah.
It's fine.
I thought he could have started with that move and it would have also been fine, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It would have been, but slightly better to get this pawn with check and then play queen d1. So Charlie did find the best continuation here.
I have a cute move though. I'm looking at it.
I also would have looked at both those moves, thought they were both good, not been able to decide which one was better, tanked my entire clock, for no for a non-critical decision.
Yeah, well, I mean,
play chess.
Charlie almost did that. His clock's fairly
so
tanked. He did pretty close to what you would have done.
Right, exactly. I don't know if he was having the same sort of indecision that I normally have, or if he was just looking. Yeah. I didn't agree with Drew's last move. Nicely done.
Takes, boom.
I missed that. That was
A long time ago, one of the mentors in my life told me you use your time, and then when people make moves, then it's bang, bang, bang. But you use your move, you calculate.
You saw that. Well, did you see Rook G8? Because that move eluded me.
I saw it would be an impulsive move for people to do if they don't use their time.
Nice!
That's
that.
Sorry.
You just destroyed me, though. You just won the last game, as if it didn't look I knew how to play chess.
He's making me root for him, Nordovic, dropping all this knowledge, all the teaching. Oh man, he saw this whole thing coming. He calculated it in advance. Beautiful.
And I can still lose. I've lost tons of games that I thought I was winning,
Even you that
but I
degree
didn't
you
win.
can't get in college.
Yeah. See, my concern would have been if Charlie had hesitated more, even here, Seth. If after Queen D1, Rook G8, if he'd hesitated, then I would have thought, he's got a minute left. I'm not sure if he sees the Bishop H6 idea because the knight's covering H6, so it's sort of hard to predict moves onto squares that you're kind of, cutting out. So if he'd started hesitating here with only a minute on the clock, I would have been really worried. But as he said, he spent his time actually calculating before, not just sitting there. So he goes bang, bang, bang. And I think even with a minute, he should be able to close this out.
I think so. I see no moves. I don't even see. Well, I'm sure there are like trickier things than what I see, but I'm not finding any.
Nordovic's great at like
Finding
keeping the ball somewhere on the court.
But I mean, I see mate in like 3 max. No.
Right. Yeah. Let's say that our goal were to avoid mate for at least 3 moves. What would we do here? He's come up with king to e8. Nice, a flexible move. Preparing for running.
So I hope that Charlie doesn't think too hard about the perfect way to smash him and just takes it.
I was going to, but then I was like...
It's like it all wins. Just take the rook.
Oh, that was nice. Oh, jeez Louise. What am I doing?
You're crushing him.
No, but I just got... The tick thing messes me up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just got that horrible little tick, tick, tick sound in the background.
That was a classy finish.
I just want to say that chess.com says there was one mistake, one blunder on the board, but I'm not sure if it's accurate.
Thank you, Stockfish. Thank you, Stockfish. We will do better next time.
Charlie said he wasn't prepared for this, but he came with the smoke.
I know my openings.
Well, your Najdorf says otherwise.
Oh, geez, he's going to do a Najdorf again. Maybe I should not.
Well, it's really up to you whether or not you play the Najdorf, not up to Nordovic.
Yeah, I know, but I've drilled certain things over and over again that it's hard.
Yeah, you still have.
There's a lot of other moves.
I mean,
I know,
you've pretty much gone down the Najdorf or Scheveningen or whatever are like
Those
your
mean
2
nothing to
main
me. I'm not the
options.
brightest kid.
He could even play the normal dragon. Charlie used to always play the
that's
accelerated
true.
dragon. He could play a normal
I
dragon.
lost friends over that, though.
Dragging it up.
I lost friends over that. I can't.
He lost friends over the dragon.
Yeah, one of my friends called it absolute garbage.
Oof. And then what? Unfriended you?
If I want to learn how to play chess, I can't do it.
Now, if they just play F3 like that, because like I know in certain positions of the Najdorf you want to play E5, and other ones it's not possible, so you play E6. But could Charlie have just played E5 right away, right there?
He could have, yeah. It's not good to play. It's not good
point.
to play E6 and then one move later E5 like this. He should have just picked which one he wanted on move 6, and then gone with it.
And it was good. I know. I think it was good in these sort of lines, but again, I'm not a Najdorf player.
Yeah. I mean, it's
even
basically an
what would
equal
that
choice.
mean?
It's an equal choice, E6 or E5, just up to your tastes.
As a Sveshnikov player, I always want E5.
Yeah. So now he's placed the bishop on E6. This position here is exactly a theoretical position.
Nice.
Seth, but normally black would have one extra move already played, which
so
would be either like knight d7 or already castled, or there's like a modern way of playing where they play h5 to stop the g4 g5 plan. So normally black would have an extra move on the board here.
If there's one thing I know about Najdorf, is it's a very bad opening to lose tempi in.
Yeah.
If I take that, then he double attacks me.
But in order to like punish someone though in the Najdorf, the hard part of it, in my limited blitz experience with playing E4, the hard part about like punishing someone in a Najdorf is it often requires finding some pretty crazy combination. I guess if you play it a lot, you know like the thematic sacks and stuff, but if not, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, I think it's easier to know the
smash
thematic
someone.
sacks than to calculate the details every single time.
Right. Yeah. It's not. They're not like so. They're not super easy just to find. Per
Yeah.
se.
Like I think a lot of the times you sort of even at a master level, you're looking at a position, you're like, well, sacking on e6 is plausible, or sacking on d5 is plausible, but then to know if it's actually going to work in that position may be incalculable.
It's one of those openings people say, oh, like you shouldn't play it below a certain rating because it's so theoretical and sharp. I'm like, yeah, but both sides are gonna botch it completely. So it's like it's
to be
fine.
fair,
Go
though,
for it.
I literally don't have enough knowledge of the ideas of the Najdorf.
Yeah, but you think Drew? You think Drew is some Najdorf genius
I just
over
lost
here?
my pawn.
You think your opponent's a genius or something?
I think he's smarter than we give him credit for.
He's playing a fancy move right here.
Probably true. This is fancy.
Boom. Yeah. He's trying to abuse the d6 pawn in multiple ways. Like make fun of it while attacking it.
It's backwards.
You're pinned, you're backward, you can't take my knight. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Be like, that pawn on d6 is so bad, it couldn't like capture a piece if it came and sat on c5.
If they play another game with Drew is white and Charlie is black,
yeah.
We might need to revisit our opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this game he kind of started playing the Najdorf and then said, man, I don't want to play the Najdorf against him again, and then played the Najdorf against him again. So he's gonna have to he's gonna have to get on the same page with himself.
Yeah, we're a little we're a little mixed up with our opening ideas in this one, I think. And it's like the world's sharp. It's like the sharpest opening in all of chess, so it's a hard one to be completely lost on.
It's fun.
But Drew's thinking, so we'll see.
Yeah. Welcome to the dojo, Moy Gamer. We are currently watching two longtime dojoers, Nordovic and ChessDojoLive, playing a rival match against each other. Find out who's progressed more in the last 3 years.
Liart thinks that Liart says, he's never won the d6 pawn as many times in a Najdorf as Drew has in the last 2 games in 30 years. So he says maybe he is a Najdorf genius.
Maybe he's a genius. That's right.
Maybe did say I played a pretty good round 1, so.
Oh yeah, very clean.
I mildly favor the e6 lines over the e5 lines rang out, mostly because the e5 lines are just a little bit easier to play, and I like for chess to be as difficult as possible. But theoretically, it's a toss-up, and I have no problem playing either branch of it.
Now, see, I was going to take the bishop and then the pawn, but I think Drew might even be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to let the. I'm already losing, obviously.
It's just a pawn. It's just a pawn, dude. If Nordovic were black, he wouldn't even care. He wouldn't care at all.
He like bought a chessable course and is still on chapter 1, and I'm losing to chapter 1.
No, but I'm saying
don't worry about it.
Like
you're well out of book. I promise you that.
Look at Nordovic's approach to chess. If he had your position, he wouldn't even realize that you thought that you were better because of the extra pawn. He would just be bringing his pieces out without a single worry.
It was like our Drew and I's most famous argument was like about an endgame, and it was like a bishop versus a knight, and it was like a bad bishop, a good knight, and the side with the knight was up a pawn and had like a strong pawn structure and like every other trump. He was like, no, I think I like the bishop here.
I just won a game against a way better player with having a good knight over a bad bishop.
Several times, and it kind of went back and forth. So whatever.
Yeah.
Did right? I mean, that's what happened. Like the actual results.
See, there you go, Charlie. You're doing stuff.
I'm trying to build a little bit of confidence. I'm very emotional and mentally ill player.
Mentally ill.
I can play for a win here, even. Yes, yeah.
No, like meaning like it doesn't matter how good or bad I am. It's to.
Whoa! Oh, I didn't see. I don't. That wasn't that complicated, but I didn't think of it. I didn't. But it's a
I don't know
little
why it's-
complicated.
I don't know why it's needed.
It's not needed. That's what I. That was my thinking.
Well, I don't like that bishop. Okay.
It was a good
You-
choice
You're
by
not taking the
Nordovic.
bishop.
Okay.
I don't like that bishop at all.
Yeah.
It was a good move. It was a good move.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to take this.
Yeah. I didn't. I didn't see it. So yeah, good find.
Yeah, Moy Gamer got timed out by Moobot for saying chess.com, which I thought it was updated that you
Chess.com
could
should
say.
be good.
Yeah, I thought you could say chess.com without getting Moobotted. So our apologies,
good.
Moy Gamer, but
I'm gonna
that's
tempt the Twitch gods.
that's Twitch, not us.
Worked for me.
Yeah, Seth said it with no problem. But Moobot said that Moy was posting a link without permission. Snooty Moobot.
I decide who gets to post chess.com around here, but it says Moobot.
All right, Cartier's got a tactical question for us from a moment just a few moves away. Let's see. So it was like Queen D6, and Cartier was wondering, could you here go Bishop G5 check? Well, you could. The question is, what's his intended follow-up? King to B1. I wonder if he wants to sack everything here and go for the back rank mate. You see what I'm talking about,
Nice.
Seth?
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's kind of... I mean, Cartier didn't say why the question about Bishop G5, but that's Cartier's style, right? Is to try and hit us with some kind of bizarro tactic no matter what's going on.
It's pretty mean of him to do.
White's just trying to take a pawn and trade queens, and he says, you know, how about a miniature? How about we just resign?
What? No. Yeah. Well, why can't I just take your rook there?
Yeah, you got to take it once for sure. Then the second
Yeah.
rook comes. Back rank mate on D1 if we trade queens. Queen can't go anywhere to defend the rook, and the knight is defending D8.
So we have to take another rook for.
Yeah.
We have to take a rook and a bishop for queen.
Yeah, holy
which
moly. That is
pretty
crazy.
sad
I
thing to
didn't
do.
notice that. I did not notice that, Seth. So when Nordovic won that pawn on D6, instead of Charlie moaning that he was losing, he actually could have just won the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, it's
a
not
shock.
fair that you should like you
Reveals?
because you know Black absolutely deserved to be losing a pawn there, so it's not fair that
Yeah.
you can find resources like that and just like smash. That's what
I
always
I
happens.
agree with you, Seth. But I'll say this: you know, in the position where White went and won that pawn, I had a weird instinct that was telling me like maybe we should just play Bishop E2 first. Like Black can't play
Yeah.
Rook D8, the D6 pawn. I don't know if it's going anywhere. I was thinking to myself like, if I were White, I would just want to play Bishop E2 so my rooks are talking before I start winning the pawn.
Yeah.
I had not seen at all Cartier's idea.
Yeah, these are important things against.
I didn't even believe in myself that I had any opportunities to do well there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem we're highlighting. Yeah.
You need to believe.
It's you know there's like chess playing weaknesses and then there's like chess psychological weaknesses, and we all have like both of those things.
I gotta just not let. I feel like Drew's. I'm like aged. I'm becoming closer to you, Seth, in your playing style that I actually prefer more time, because then it lets me know people are like actually thinking about their moves and not just.
You've slowed down a lot. I think you used to say like oh I would like a classical game sounds like the worst time of my life, but I think you're ready for it now.
I've done it as much as I could. I
Yeah.
actually think that the more
That's
you
true.
learn
You
chess,
did
the
do
more
it,
you
but-
realize there's a lot more to consider.
Yeah.
And when you're not considering all the vast opportunities, you're not even like You don't
Right,
realize.
like I have this sort of like natural like self-skepticism that causes me to like already think that way. But yeah, I think you're right. For most people, it's like we play more chess and we realize how much more we could be considering every move. I mean, yeah, you see it with kid. Like I guess in the old days before online chess, you would. And if you still go to a club, you'll see kids, you know, even in classical time controls, just banging out their moves. Like, not they just haven't like conceived of what they could possibly be thinking about yet.
That's actually a really nice find. Good job, Drew.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Good job, Seth.
Yikes.
I didn't know I was playing you too.
Yeah, I was worried about that one. Your knight was stopping it, and then you moved the knight, and I was like,
Actually, but the knight.
but I was like trying to do it before it was even
The
possible.
knight actually saved another tactic, which I missed before, maybe, which was rook takes d6, and then when the rook takes, I can play bishop to c.
It's even worse that your knight went to a6 because it took away the square from your rook. Go to
No,
the
I was trying to originally go knight to d7, hitting
But the
the
bishop
bishop
covers
that
it.
was over there. But then he went bishop h3, and then it nixed my idea. And now he just made it so I'm dropping a piece, and I can't even go after the bishop.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't have to drop the full piece, but you know.
I can
For
go down
anyone,
H-
for anyone in chat who's curious, my approach to this position here as black would have been to play king e7 immediately to support some of these squares on the d file tactically.
That makes so much sense.
And then from there, you know, try and finish developing the black pieces, whether it be knight d7, whether it be bishop c5, whether it be a rearranging who knows what. But starting with king e7 is going to reduce your tactical liabilities in that
Yeah,
position.
king e7, then knight d7 would have been, and you would have had a fighting chance, I think, in that endgame.
Yeah.
I don't know which way the cookie should crumble.
But I mean, here I know what I would do to like try to keep playing, but it's
Yeah, don't say anything.
actually it's not. It's no good. Nothing's good.
Oh,
That's good.
I was expecting him not to find that move, Seth, and then I was going to say the thing that's hurting Charlie is not necessarily his position, but just that he doesn't have the optimism to look for the saving moves, right? But he did
That's
it.
a good one.
Yeah, but I don't even think this is saving. That's my problem.
Oh, it is. I mean, it saves a lot.
It just makes it so I'm down the exchange, possibly, or...
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's limits
I
to
know,
what
I
we
get the
should
bishop
say,
at
but
the end.
You did not lose an exchange there.
No, I still get the bishop.
You did not.
I'm not even said I was good at math. I just know, yeah, okay, so it's good.
It's good, and you're taking the rook was the wrong choice. All right, it's a game, baby.
I've been wanting to watch a long endgame this whole time, Seth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, stop clobbering each other with tactics. Give me a long endgame.
Well, yeah. Welcome
Hey,
to
I
the
like
world of the scrubs. Getting clobbered by tactics is like
Yeah.
their MO.
How am I gonna-
Fortunately.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nope, that's bad.
But we do occasionally get. I usually, after both sides have been clobbered with one tactic, we fumble into an endgame that's interesting.
That's
Oh, I
good.
saw
That's
this.
good. That's what you need.
Yeah, as Jesse once said to an opponent and I over the board, he's like, you guys are obviously you are both chumps that deserve nothing, but this is actually a theoretically interesting end position.
You don't even deserve the position you have, but it is interesting.
And that game was much less blunderful than this one. Of course, it was a classical game, but like, yeah.
There,
Yeah.
there.
Well, this was an important move Nordovic played here.
It was
If-
a good one.
If he hadn't found rook d6, then the endgame would have been sort of pleasant for black.
Right.
But now we've got truly like a, you know, who knows what's
A
going on kind of
theoretical-
endgame. Oh, love it. Love it.
This is one you could argue over, I think.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that knight b8 lost me the game if I did knight b8.
Yeah.
Good,
Charlie's
yeah,
pointing out
yeah, good point.
not to save the pawn because of knight b8, rook d8. Yeah.
Dude, we don't make all the blunders.
All right, Seth, this position here could basically be, you know, an endgame algorithm for the training program or an endgame sensei position for Jesse to give Kostya and me. And what do you think of this one here?
I think white's better, but I think it's tough.
Okay, so if you had to pick, you'd pick white, but
Yeah.
but it's a close one.
Yeah.
The queen is never going to get nerfed. Never. This is chess. It's a historical game. It's a treasure of our culture.
This is not easy.
Not easy, no.
I think this is actually fun though.
As someone once said, nobody said it was easy. Nobody.
I'm not scared to fly. Oh, dude, don't beat me on the pass pawns. Please don't beat me on the pass pawns.
Well, it's an endgame, so he's either going to
That
beat you
is-
with pass pawns or he's not going to win the game. But that's how endgames go.
That's just-
It's obvious.
I mean, I do have a rook.
Yeah, but I mean, Charlie's
Unless
played
you
the
take-
game before. He's not going to let one rook roam around, eat all his pieces by itself.
I guess you could say if the rook if all the pawns and other pieces traded for each other, then yes, you could win with a rook.
Yeah, but I mean, for black to lose the knight and bishop.
Oh no! Oh, color complexes, Drew. Color complexes.
Please.
That's
You had to
bad.
do this to me. Oh, I'll take it.
That was yucky. Oh, except I do have one bit of counterplay here.
Liar T said, "That's not it, boss. One move too soon."
That ain't it, boss.
You have counterplay.
I mean,
Okay.
G6 was at worst a minor inaccuracy. I don't know, you know, what's slightly better than it, but A4 is not it. A4 is not it.
That ain't it. God, chess.com is so impatient with the
Yeah. But do you see how quickly Nordovic recovered from that, Seth? It's like one of the really
he's
impressive
like, I got
things about him.
counterplay. Here we go.
He's like, whatever, lost the rook, comes up with this fancy move B5, right? Because
Yeah.
if he plays king takes bishop, knight b4, I mean, then, yeah, I mean, the game's done, right? But
Right.
immediately bounces back, finds the tricky move, keeps two connected pass pawns, and, you know,
Yeah.
we don't know
Yeah.
if black's winning or has the technique to win it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Drew could ever like get over his like overly optimistic tendencies, his resiliency,
Yeah.
would really be like
An outrageous asset.
It would be.
Yeah, that was fantabulous. Now, Seth, you're somewhat of a technician yourself. After this B5 move, what do you think was the best solution for black to try and
Let me look at the
convert here?
stream.
Yeah,
Recall the
and bring you
position.
back there. Move 33 B5 by white.
Well, I thought knight a5 was sensible at the time. Just like it's it's nice to have a blockade. But there's a little bit to calculate there because of the white's king being more active. It's not clear that your knight's going to be able to maintain that blockade. But so I don't know. That's a tough one.
Oh,
It's a tough one. But maybe actually, you know what? The actual answer is to save the bishop.
To
not
save the
knight.
bishop, exactly.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bishop's going to be a little bit better than the knight here,
Yeah.
and especially you can let them take and split the pawns. So it's kind of like bishop g1 versus bishop b6, and you could calculate a little bit to figure out which of those two is the best,
right.
right?
Instead
Because
of
your
taking the
king's going to
rook.
make it to the c pawn.
Yeah.
But that would have been slightly easier for black.
Yeah, now you have this knight trying to battle these outside pass pawns. It's sort of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got his king in a good position, I think. Charlie
Yeah.
has.
That
So
black
I
king
think,
is so well placed.
I think since that decision, I think seems like he's played it pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. He's handled it well, he knows about rushing the king up. Nordovic does too, because we were talking some endgames the other night, and he was like, it's a king race in the endgame, you know? You're running to get that position.
Yeah.
To box out the other person's king. It's all about position.
Wait, what just happened?
B6, knight B7 happened while we were...
Why couldn't you take B6? Okay, okay. All right. Good. At least we're on the same page.
Ooh.
Okay, I think a little accuracy is required here, but I think we're good.
I don't know about that.
I think King C6 was necessary, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, King C6 was necessary.
I'm aware that I have to go to C6.
But I think now he's got it.
Yeah. So I think actually B6, you know, this move which looked really bad, like just dropping the pawn, but I think this was kind of sneaky of Nordovic, and it's the kind of thing that shows part of like how he comes back in games and stuff, right? Because he's realized that ultimately he's kind of frozen. Instead of making more moves on the king side and letting that situation get resolved, right? He says like, well, at some point I'm going to be zugzwanged because the knight on A5 is taking away space from my king. So his idea is, you know, he'll come forward, right? And then he'll come forward. And
zigzag on your own terms, you know.
Exactly. And he's getting space for his king, so caution's required for black.
You know, that's something I don't think I do. So that's good. That's a good thing. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think I probably do just try to like cling on as long, you know, keep making the pawn moves on the end until it gets blocked up, and then they walk their king in and mop me up, and it's over. So,
yeah, sometimes we're so busy trying to keep the position looking less bad, but we're not actually making it less.
It's like when the computer is completely losing, and it just does the moves that make it lose the slowest instead of actually like posing the most difficult problems to its opponent.
Yeah.
Like this now is like, what's going on?
Exactly, right? He got it all messed up again. How did Drew do it?
How did this happen?
Yeah. And I can show you a better technique for
why did Black's king come this way?
Yeah, the better technique for Charlie would have been back here at move 43 to have played knight d6 instead of going back to blockade the pawn.
Yeah.
Because then he's threatening to win the pawn on e4, and if he can get Nordovic to back up, he can play king c5, and now this knight and pawn, they're doing that thing that, you know, bishops and knights and pawns and knights are supposed to do, is cover the opposing color squares for each other. And now his king comes up, and even if white uses the a pawn to try and drag his king away, he's still got the wall. So how does Nordovic take advantage? In the game, with the knight on a5, white cleverly gets the king in, and it's a mess. Look at that king go.
Even if you don't play like knight d6 and like the most accurate, could you just keep your king over there? Just leave your knight over there. Anytime he pushes the pawn, we're just gonna sack the knight for it and go win the king and pawn angle. Is that
like have left the knight on a5 at that point instead of trying to bring it back?
Where was it? No, it was on. What was it on? What square was it on? It was on. It was on like b7 or something. Or whatever square it was where it was stopping the next pawn advance.
Right.
Just leave it there. I guess Drew could go attack the knight with his king, but there's usually a bunch of checks and forks if you do that.
We have some marvelous things happening in this game. Amazing.
This is a bit of
He walked his king in. Once his king was in, it got all the way to h6. And then the other rook pawn couldn't be stopped by the knight. Rook pawns are such a pain in a knight's hoof.
This is such a Drew game.
Yeah.
It's chess. It's just chess. It's just chess. It's just chess.
Fantabulous.
Yeah. And poor Charlie is.
But as Jordan's saying, we're waiting for yet another plot twist.
Yeah, this
Like,
is true. It's not
if you
over
gave
yet.
Nordovic black, he would still bamboozle us with his knight and his pawn, you know? So
Oh man.
This is not easy.
But I mean, if the pawn were on e2, this would be very difficult.
yeah. I mean, black could even win, right? Somehow weirdly down the queen, who knows? So it's a mess. Oh, what a move. Oh,
Wait.
beautiful. Beautiful find.
Okay.
Keeping the black king off f2, right, Seth? That's a thing of beauty.
That is good.
Whew.
But you know, there's you could keep trying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who knows what will happen?
Oh, my goodness.
We're coming up on our 2 hour too.
Who knows? Not me.
Oh, that's Nirvana, huh, Seth?
Well, actually, it's David Bowie, but yeah, sort
But,
of.
okay,
And
yeah.
I actually did. That's not even the correct lyric. I always thought it was "Who Knows, Not Me," but it's actually "Oh No, Not Me."
Right. Oh no, not me. We never saved the world.
Oh, the hello, it's not me.
The man who sold the world, Rangoth says. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But the Nirvana Unplugged album is just so good.
no, it's so great. Yeah, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the best in the series, probably. I haven't really considered that take, but
Yeah. So is this queen gonna win against the knight and pawn eventually, or will the black king, or will the white king never be able to come around and join her?
I think I did the right idea not taking the G pawn.
Okay.
I don't know. I wanted to use it as a defender.
Yeah, using the G pawn to block some of white's own pieces out. Interesting. He could have had the same position, folks. I know we were sort of like not paying close attention, but he could have taken on G4 and then come back to F4. So we could have the same position without the G pawn. Nordovic's trying to find a ring around the weird Rosie situation here. Yeah.
The Man Who Sold the World that's Bowie's second album, and it's not one of his highest regarded, but I actually listened to it recently, and it's super underrated. Actually, it's got some real bangers. It's way better than his first album. You know, was like still not Bowie yet, but I think The Man Who Sold the World should be like canonical classic, like golden era Bowie. It's that good.
And now we've got our first like full-on time scramble, 20 seconds each in this end game. King B2.
I don't
trying
know
to come
how.
around.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah, for Charles. But
When
I
in
guess if
doubt,
you keep shuffling, you know, it's like.
Man, it's like not.
But I think Drew eventually is gonna. Low is the best Bowie album. That's a common take. It's a good one. Yeah.
Ooh, the queen encroaches a little bit, takes away a square. Black's got to switch things up a little bit. Wait a minute. There was an amazing way to switch things up for black. Oh, no. That's why the queen had never gone to G3 before. He could have just played E2. He could have just played E2.
Nope.
Oh, my lord. The drama was not yet done in this game, Seth.
Dang. Yeah.
Not either.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I got distracted by Bowie albums.
That's okay.
Yeah, I
Push
Low
it.
is everyone's favorite. I have like sort of the basic. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh.
3 seconds to 3 seconds. Oh! Woo!
Oh, shit, okay. Oh.
Oh, 0.3 seconds and he moves a piece. Oh, he captures it. He didn't mouse slip. Oh, he comes back. He defends.
Wow. Oh man. There
Sugar
was a
honey
little
iced
bit-
mama.
Oh my god, you had a fork! You could have forked me! Oh
I
my
did.
god!
You stopped the fork. I missed it. Wait, there was a fork.
You missed a fork! You could have forked my king and queen,
I tried to do it the other way. What do you mean? Hold on.
when you played king f3, you had knight f3, just forking my king and queen.
What move?
Tough. That was tough.
I don't know, probably move like 78. I'm just making up numbers, but
We didn't go to 78.
I'm just making up things because it was long.
All right, it was move 71, Charlie.
That was rough.
Oh, F3. I didn't see that.
Yeah, the knight is so tricky. I think there's very few people who would cleanly win the queen against knight and pawn endgame low on time, right, Seth? You're agreeing. It's
Sure,
just
yeah. That night I
3
gets me every
seconds.
time.
it's just too messy. Like the knight's covering a certain set of squares around the pawn, but it's also by fork covering like 10 other squares you can't go to.
I lose so much to knights that like I've spent like hours daydreaming about like a world in which like the human eye perception viewed the L move as like the nat. What if like that was like nat normal to us as opposed to the straight lines?
Like that was straight and straight things were crooked and hoppy.
Right, yeah. It's like why did the knight it's like you can think of the knight because if you could this is like gonna be super nerdy, but if you could take the chessboard into like a like sort of mathematical, like maybe like a topological type of space, and then like the knight was confined to rules, and those rules, like if you weren't like looking at them, you just knew like that these were the knight's rules and these were the bishop's rules, and like there's no reason for those moves to be like more complicated. It's like these are just steps it can take. And it's like, it looks like this to us, but it could just be in the same direction for a knight. But because of our perception and living in the world that we do, the knight kills us every time.
Yeah.
We probably lost and won that game both like 3 times.
And then I'll just say
That's
to
plausible,
the
yeah.
chat, my top 3 Bowie albums, I go Ziggy Stardust, Station to Station, and then Black Star, the album he made as he was dying. Incredible album. And then I go Low and Heroes, like all the other cool hipsters are my next choices.
All right. Game 4.
Next.
Game 3 was the best, but let's get Game 4 on the road. Kostya and Jesse are in the wings, but they approved a Game 4. So,
Yes.
we lost somebody.
Oh no,
I'm here.
Drew's down.
We lost Drew.
Before he said he wanted to just forfeit the last game because he thinks I'm better.
That's what he said just as it was closing, right?
Yeah. I think that's what I heard.
I have been dominated. I know Game 4 is a foregone conclusion. I don't want to see the Evans Gambit again.
Man,
I did an
Charlie.
impulse. Are you guys saying that when I forked I should have let the rook stay and then saved my bishop?
You spooned when you should have forked.
Sorry about that. My internet's been popping in and out.
Oh
Remember when
no.
I forked the king and the rook earlier in the game?
Giving us a great show. We need to get Game 4 started.
Ooh, now I am
Everybody.
David Pruess.
Oh, we're gonna play another
Game
one?
4.
We have time? All right.
Do it.
They're saying so.
All right.
Charlie is Nordovic.
Yeah. I just need them to get the game started, and then I'm going to fix the cameras.
Nice. All right, let's.
They said in a rematch there?
2-1 currently, yes. Let's edit the score here. Whew.
Jesus Christ.
That was intense. Like I don't know. That's like that was.
Drew, send the rematch, please. We have people waiting for us.
It was intense. I thought it was at your house, but
I sent a rematch.
I didn't get it. Oh, it went into here? Why? It doesn't make sense.
Into what? Okay.
Why?
All right, great.
Thanks.
And Charlie, what I need you to do whenever Nordovic thinks on a move at some point is to turn off your camera and then turn it back on. That's all we need.
There's plenty of time.
Petrov.
He's ahead of a game in the match, and he's looking for a draw like a pro.
Oh my god.
Like a dirty pro.
No,
He
I'm
doesn't
asking
actually
for
realize
something-
that it's a
I'm
draw.
asking for something super special, David.
Ah, Corinne. Ah, Corinne. Ah, Corinne.
Cochran. Bring him out on F7, Charlie. Take him down.
Yeah. Now we're playing chess, baby.
Now it doesn't look like your everyday GM draw. Woo!
It looks like a Topalov Kramnik draw.
Damn, this match is the hottest thing on chess on chess Twitch. Man.
Man, over the Reykjavik Open. It's pretty good.
Boom. Now what's it gonna be? Charlie Silva asking the question.
What you want?
Boom, boom. Just shake your rump. How's it gonna be? Actually, I don't want that move. I think that might have been premature. Maybe not. Take.
Yeah, so I computer analyzed the Cochrane for the first time in my life. Took all the fun out of it. Damn computers.
Yeah, I remember. That was
Damn
sad.
computers. But
No, I did.
Against the Cochrane in a
After you said that, I went to like lead chess and ran it on the highest depth and like let it sit for like 20 minutes. And I was watching it, and it was like vacillating. It was changing its mind on what the best moves were and stuff. And so, you know, it's still complicated.
yeah.
Even the Stockfish 15, it was having an argument with itself.
Yeah. But I looked at it on a supercomputer, Seth, like not just with like a good engine, but on a supercomputer, and with me sort of like guiding it down
For sure. Yeah.
roads that looked reasonable. So
Dang.
yeah.
Like you don't think it would work as well? I mean, obviously we know like I remember from your Cochrane, from your opening of the week stream, that there were super GM games.
There are a couple, yeah.
But
Such a noob.
it's not going great, I don't think, in this.
I don't know why people want to always try to trade off things.
Because I'm up material.
He's like, because I'm always up material.
Like,
If you don't hang your pieces, we won't want to trade with you. All right. Well, we're going to need a massive comeback here, Seth. He's down one game, and he's down one night.
But yeah, I don't think he's played this perfectly.
Oh, I did a gambit.
I know he hasn't, but you know, I think Black still has a lot of work to do here, so I'm okay with it.
Still, it's a big comeback he needs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what move I hate, Seth? And it's actually surprising that Nordovic is the one who played this move. But I hate this move, knight takes d5, that he played a moment ago, like grubbing a pawn when he's already up a piece instead of developing. Normally, Nordovic shows absolutely no interest in pawns, I have to say. Like, he's like, he doesn't even know that they're... I guess
people.
Not people, but whatever's even below that, right?
They're less than people.
It's not just a pawn though; it's a central annoying pawn.
Central
it's more
annoying
than
pawn.
Like pawn grubbing, right? Like it's got some like tactical. Like if he plays like c4 or something, backs it up in the center, then it's actually an annoying piece of
Pawn
mischief.
is nothing.
Okay,
I
so
think
there are
that-
pawns
I think-
Nordovic cares about.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I have noticed that before in our analysis battles. There will be pawns he'll care about. It's hard to predict sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, I agree, because like I don't think that pawn is very annoying. If I get my rook out and my king to g8, then I think that pawn is all great. Have your pawn on d5. I'll take my.
I got plenty of time. Hold on.
Got my pieces out. We play chess and I'll win. That would be my thinking. But
You hear Charlie coaching himself as we're looking at it. He's like, hold on, you've got plenty of time.
yeah,
He's like telling himself, you know, he has 9 minutes. If he sees some exciting move, he doesn't have to just bash it out.
yeah. Rook e8 is logical, I think.
Yeah.
to me.
I don't know what's gonna happen with this.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
Oh gosh!
Never. It was logical, but it was flawed.
Whoa!
It was
Yeah.
Stupid.
Charlie took his time on that one. He saw the idea and he said, well, I've got 9 minutes on the clock. I don't need to just show my opponent that I have a check. I can, yeah.
Oof.
Oh, man,
Well,
we
could
could
be
be
wrong.
headed to a
Could be.
tiebreaker, folks. That was a heavy blow absorbed by Nordovic.
Just, there's still a few things to watch out for
Yeah.
that could have been more watched out for on that last move.
Yeah. So let me go back for a second while they look at this tense situation and just show one little point, which is that right after he took the pawn on d5, castles, knight d7, this move bishop c4 would basically have won back the piece.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't like this knight takes d5 move. It was very, very risky taking that with the king on this on this diagonal here, because you even have this backup move, queen h5 check, right? So like knight here takes, check with the double attack.
Yeah.
And if the king comes up, then rook e1. That's sort of like rook e7 in the game, right? So basically, I mean, you get really, pushed around, and White's recovered their piece, and they're still up a pawn, right? It's just a full free piece.
Yeah. That's disaster.
Yeah. So.
And black, and White's the head in development. It's all.
I'm losing my bishop here, though.
Yeah, you did hang a bishop while we were talking about the previous thing. I didn't want to spoil anything, but the move that lost the bishop
needed to play bishop e2.
was this check here, right? The bishop's currently attacked by a pawn. We throw in a check, but we're sort of undefending our own back rank. So he kind of walks himself into a double threat here to the bishop and the back rank mate. Gives up the bishop, and we've got a funky game on our hands.
It's a game again, baby.
Yeah.
Which,
It's a game again.
Yeah. Well, I think I know what I would play for black. That's probably okay.
Well, let me refresh this so it keeps up with the game better. All right. Nordovic, when you have a chance to trade a queen for 2 rooks, are you somebody who would tend to do that and believe in yourself to coordinate the 2 rooks, or are you somebody who's afraid to beat the queen?
It depends on the pawn structure.
Nice, but you're open to it. You'll do it if you want to do it.
I guess it really goes is it like a closed maneuver kind of situation? Then I want my queen because diagonals are better than
my pawn's good,
right? But if the files are good, then I want I want the rooks. So,
I'm caught in a dilemma.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
I like my D pawn so much.
I think
that
you
I
have a
was
good
going to
move,
develop
though,
my bishop.
Charlie. Yeah, but I think
Pawns don't win games unless they make it all the way to the end.
I think you made the correct choice but
It is hard at times.
I could be wrong though.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm greedy.
Probably.
Well,
Probably greedy.
All
I
right.
would try to think of king safety first.
Charlie's developed his stuff a bit. Six and a half minutes each. They are equal on time right here. Boom.
yeah, I think Drew made. Oh,
I mean, that was kind of just making me do the move I was going to do anyway.
Charlie with a threat, but Nordovic was ready for that one. He says that's okay.
is it okay?
He said it's okay.
Did he not see the? I feel like there's a lot of one-ply calculation going on here, but maybe I'm wrong.
Not a lot of looking 4 moves ahead. You're feeling in this critical
there's
game.
Like there's a that, then there's a that, then there's that, and I think it's
I mean, I don't know.
I think one side is clearly better, but
I don't know what I clearly think white's better, but I don't see what the move is.
yeah, I mean, maybe I'm blundering, but I think there's definitely something here.
There's
Maybe not. I mean, maybe there's a way out, I should say. I don't know. Maybe there's a way out. But
it's looking intense to me. It's looking really intense to me.
It's pretty. It's
The funny thing about that C4 move was that I was setting up knight F4, and it might be wrong, but that was the move I was going to play.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense that you wanted to play knight F4. It makes sense.
Play C4, I'm like, okay, I'll play knight F4. Like, sounds good to me. It was the next piece.
well, knight F4 is the only try, I think, in that position. I'll give you that.
And DigiWorld sees something so sneaky that they are absolutely certain that not a single one of us sees it.
Whoa.
Not the players, not the commentators, not the chat, nobody. Something so sneaky.
Wait, did they mention it? I'm not
They
reading the chat.
they didn't say what it is. They said, which is good. I mean, they shouldn't be telling us what moves to play exactly, specifically, right, during a match. But
Do you know what you think they see?
well, I mean, if I can't see it, I can't guess what it is.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I see a few sneaky things, but I
There's
wouldn't.
some sneaky.
But I don't think I've seen everything. So
There's some sneakiness abound.
But it's quite a position, huh?
I don't see anything sneaky except if I'm going to trade off a good bishop for a...
Everything is there's lots of red. There's one thing propping up another thing, propping up another thing that, it's a very delicate ecosystem.
Oh, Overshock is calling me now.
yeah, you got to just ignore it and play your game, Nordovic.
Okay.
It's crunch time here.
Okay, see now, does Drew have a move? You hit decline or something on that.
Oh, you guys can hear it?
Yes.
No, if Nordovic can calculate through it, let's see him do it, man.
I know, seriously.
I was trying not to press a bunch of buttons and open up.
That would be incredible if he's got the focus to play his own 5-minute complicated position.
Man,
with
this
that.
is such a position. There's so many moves possible.
Yeah.
There is, isn't it?
But
How are you feeling, Charlie, about this game?
I think I play best when I respect my opponent and realize I can always lose it.
Yeah. So you're in that
Am I allowed to do
in that
this?
focus mode of anything could happen and respecting the opponent.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this.
well, don't do
Whoa. Oh, I can't do that. No, yes, I can.
He's using the dots on chess.com to tell
He's
us where
clicking
to-
dots. He clicks on the knight. Where's the knight allowed to move?
Okay, all right, you guys ready?
Joel, Drew is black. Charlie is white.
You guys ready for something for all of the memes?
Yep, let's see it. Okay, yeah, I did not see that move at all.
Yeah, that was not one of my candidates.
Okay. I'm afraid of the fork.
Um,
Oh, because it actually puts me in a corner. That's not a bad move.
Well, it wasn't one of David's candidates, so it might be a bad move.
I mean,
It's a
it might
wild
be.
one.
Might be great as well. Who knows?
it's a wild move.
It was definitely wild.
It's you're a little out of control over there. We're gonna need you to calm down.
Yeah.
Right?
Nordovic's like a kid who's learning how to ride a bike, but he doesn't have training wheels, and he's going down a hill, and his bike is a motorcycle. And
he's going
he
down,
just
and
just turned it
he's
on and
going
was like,
down
ah!
Yeah, and he's going down the 100-foot X game super ramp.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
And somewhere his mom is like, "Don't you want to put your helmet on, dear?"
You have very strong knights.
Thank you.
One of my knights went to heaven.
Don't I just do this now?
Oh, both actually, but I'm just thinking of.
That was available last move if you wanted it.
Yeah, but now there's another part of it.
Oh, it's still complicated. I have no idea.
No, there's another piece to why that knight coming there first.
No, because now King E1, knight in the face somewhere, rook discovery check.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Drew. You just have more stuff coming in.
Yeah, now there's a feeling of like there being a lot of black pieces on the board. You
know
can kind
what?
of feel them.
Chess
They might all be
broken.
hanging, but there's lots of them.
No, chess is broken. You know why? I should be able to take this rook on G2 because that knight's pinned.
Well, I mean, your queen can't take and pin at the same time,
my
right?
king
That's
should
like
be able
He thinks he should be able to take it with his king.
oh, he wants to
Charlie,
take it with
you
his
would-
king and trade kings.
You would
Right.
lose your king before they did. That's the problem.
I suppose if you
That's
want to
why-
play out the endgame after king takes rook, knight takes
can't.
king, queen takes king, rook takes queen. I mean, you could play out that endgame.
That's like
No,
that
I'm saying-
Ben Feingold position.
Oh yeah, we traded our kings a lot.
We've got queenless middle games and kingless end games.
No, I'm saying like the knight's pinned to the king. It should be a free rook, but the game's broken.
It's defending. It's pinned to the king. But think about it. The reason it's pinned to the king, it can't move, right? Is because then you would lose your king on the next move. However, if you took that rook with your king, he would take your king first. Hence,
Right.
being
So
illegal.
that means he would be allowed to hang his king and
yeah,
recapture
so-
your queen.
And if the game ended when some person captured the king, you would lose.
Hold on, I got a minute left.
All right.
A knight and bishop and a rook versus a bishop and a rook.
He's calling for a focus, preparing the
I've
final.
also had that same thought though. That's why I've already thought this.
You've
out.
calculated many
This is
lines with king
No.
trades and who's better in the kingless endgame.
Yeah.
No, this is trash. I already lost. It's over. No, what am I doing? I don't have to.
Handle
Move.
your inner Drew, Charlie. Come on.
I don't even have to move.
You do have to move. Those are the
No, like I'm thinking my king has to move, but it doesn't.
Oh, that's true.
Right. Yeah, your king is not in check if that's what we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like thinking it had to, and I'm like, wait, what am I trying to think? I can just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this fourth game is living up to the match. The third game was definitely a step up from the first two games. That was intense drama, good end game. This game's great too.
Good one.
I mean, it seems like I'm just gonna do the move.
Yeah. But it's not over.
Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea.
See
The
that?
match would
Wow.
never be complete without sugar honey iced tea.
Don't
No.
just move. Don't just move. I'm gonna get forked. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna lose a pawn.
Wait, is material equal after all of this?
We're not allowed to tell you.
Sure.
That's your responsibility as a player to count the pieces.
Oh, no, I'm up a piece. I'm up a piece. Oh my gosh. I thought. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hold
You
on.
realize there was a Cochrane gambit in there as
So
well.
now there's more stuff. Yeah.
Part of being a chess player.
Oh, Jesus. Pray for me.
It's got
It's a little late for praying.
it did take a bad turn there.
Yes.
But oh man, I want to there's so much to analyze there.
Why do
Not
I?
here so much, but a few moves ago.
Don't save the A pawn, Charlie. Go ahead. Don't save it. Piece of It's over. No ways to come back from this.
Yeah, maybe he should have got maybe he should have gone for the kingless endgame.
What a game! That was
Crazy. And
It's fun.
the crowd hopefully breaks into applause for our gladiators. Fantastic battle today. Well fought.
Good games.
That was a hard.
The second two games definitely good. The first two,
Your knight
you guys might want to look at those openings again. But the second
knight
two
F4
games,
was a good move. I didn't know how to. Maybe it wasn't good, but I didn't know how to deal with it. That's what was hard about it.
Yeah, this last one was really a barnstormer with the double queen losses and the yeah.
Thor's Thunder thinks this is your gold coin game.
Yeah.
Wait, does he like the 94 move?
The 94 move was actually really good, I guess. That was hot.
I did not see a good response.
Exactly. We didn't anticipate it, but we didn't see a response either.
I'm still messed up about my move 19 is where I think it went to hell.
King F1, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the problem move, Charlie, really was Queen F3. That was the move that really hurt you, was the Queen F3 check opening up your back rank when you needed to be saving the bishop. But
in the later complications, though,
we're gonna
easily done Bishop F3, threatening the knight on D5.
We're going to have to move to our next show now, folks. That was fantastic. I don't think this is going to top it. I mean, I think, yeah, it's going to be a letdown, but you can all stick around anyway because the next show is going to be Dojo Talks, and we've got Jesse and Kostya coming in to talk a little smack.
Nice.
So,
no worries. Thanks, Seth, for hanging out with us. Thanks for the games, Drew.
Oh, that was fun.
Thanks for commentating, David.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks, we will be back in just a moment.